Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, a place where the right message reaches you. Before we begin the live, I would really appreciate a confirmation regarding is my audio and video fine? Like, are you able to hear and see me fine? Hi, Amber. So happy to have you here too. Thank you. I'm glad that you like the live streams. And I know I haven't been doing, a lot of lives, like the regular ones, in the last 3, 4 days. But yeah, I'm really excited for today. And thank you for the confirmation, Amber and Marina. Marina says Grand Rising. Hi, Marina. Welcome. Welcome to the space. Thank you, both of you, for the confirmation. Um, so, for anyone who is new in this space, I would like to start this live by giving you a very quick overview of what we do here. Okay, so we start these lives with a meditation of around 20 to 30 minutes. And once you feel more centered, more settled after the meditation, we move on to phase two of this live. By the way, the meditation that we do is actually based upon the quote that you guys see on the home screen on Insight Timer. So we soak in the wisdom from that quote and feed it to our subconscious mind. And then in the phase two, we have a wheel of wisdom. On that wheel, we have names of 51 books, that I've read in the past 10 years. And we spin the wheel, and the universe selects a book for us. We play a game together where you guys, pick a number, and then we do intuitive readings based on that. So, this was a very quick overview. I will share more details when we get to each part. But for right now, I would love to know that are you guys ready for the first part, which is a 30-minute meditation? So, if you feel settled in a place where you would like to meditate, you can type ready in the comments to let me know. Hi, Caitlin. So happy to have you here. I know it's pretty early for you, so I really appreciate you being here. And it's okay, it's great that Caitlin is ready. You guys can also let me know. Okay, Marina is ready as well. Hi, Summer Star, welcome. So, until you guys, get settled or type ready, let me also quickly type in a message in the comments for those who will join us during the meditation so they know what is going on. Hi, Brittany. Brittany says, Good morning from upstate New York, US. Welcome and a very good morning to you, Brittany. Thank you for choosing to spend that precious morning time with me, with all of us in the space. So, yeah, quickly dropping in a message. Oh, it's your first time here. Then I really, really do hope, Brittany, that you receive something of value from this live. Thank you for giving this a try. Oh, glad to have you here. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us early because I see a lot of like my regular people also. So, I usually do these lives 3 hours later. So yeah, I so appreciate you guys, joining in early. Hi, Summer Star. Summer Star says, Hi, Nisha, Caitlin, and all. Hoping to fall back asleep here in Dallas. Ah, then I hope the same that the meditation can lull you into a beautiful sleep. Okay, so give me a second to drink some water and then we will begin today's, meditation. Begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can choose to sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. As you begin to settle in your chosen posture, allow yourself to take a deep breath in through your nose and on the exhale, gently close your eyes. Arriving within, become aware of the support beneath you, noticing the parts where your body makes contact with the ground beneath you. Allowing the ground to hold you completely. Allowing your body to relax more and more, melting into the surface beneath you, softening your forehead, unclenching your jaw, letting your arms and legs to become heavy. Allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper into a peaceful state, standing at the door of your subconscious mind. In this meditation, we are going to reprogram your subconscious mind using the wisdom from a quote by Karl Barth. The quote is: joy is the simplest form of gratitude. Joy is the simplest form of gratitude. Karl Barth. There are times when joy can feel distant. Life becomes busy. Responsibilities take over, and the mind gets used to focusing on what's next, what's missing, or what still needs to be fixed. Even when things are going well, it can feel hard to fully enjoy them. Waiting for the next shoe to drop. This quote reminds us that joy doesn't always come from the perfect moments. Often it arises in the simplest form when we allow ourselves to appreciate what is already here. So take a moment now to bring to your mind something in your life that is already okay. It doesn't need to be perfect or even extraordinary. Just a thing or the things in your life that are okay, that are good enough. Think about the things or people or moments that are not bad. And once you thought or you choose one such thing, then reflect that if I didn't need more from this thing. If nothing needed to be improved about it, then could I allow myself to feel a small sense of appreciation for this thing? Perhaps asking yourself that if I counted this simple thing as one of my blessings or one of the good things in my life or even in my day, then what would change? Would I feel more joy or happiness when I would think about doing that thing or having that thing? So let this sense of warmth, lightness, or softening to happen in your heart. And as you savor this feeling, I will share with you a set of affirmations to feed this wisdom to your subconscious mind. I will repeat each affirmation 3 times. For the first 2 times, simply allow the words to land into your subconscious mind. And on the third time, if you feel called, allow yourself to repeat the affirmation either out loud or silently in your mind. So let's begin. You can allow yourself to feel good. You can allow yourself to feel good. 5, allow myself to feel good. I, you can let go of the need for your life to be perfect in order to appreciate it. You are releasing the need for life to be perfect, to be able to appreciate it. I am releasing the need for my life to be perfect, to be able to appreciate it. I don't need everything to be fixed. You are letting go of the need for everything to be fixed in order for you to be happy. I don't need everything to be fixed to be able to feel happy. You don't need to wait for a big reason to feel good. You don't need to wait for a big achievement to feel good about yourself. I don't need to wait for a big reason to feel good. You to return back from what's next to what's here. You are learning to return back from what's next to what's here. I return back from what's next to what's here. You can allow yourself to enjoy what is already here. You are learning to enjoy what is already here. I enjoy what is already here. You acknowledge the things in your life that are doing fine. You acknowledge the things in your life that are okay. I acknowledge the things in my life that are doing okay. You can allow simple things to matter. You can allow simple things in your life to matter. I allow simple things in my life to matter. You to pause long enough to enjoy the beautiful things in your life. You are beginning to pause long enough to feel the joy in your life. I pause long enough to feel the joy in my life. You allow these small moments of joy to fill your heart with gratitude. You allow the small moments of joy to fill your heart with gratitude. I allow the moments of joy in my life to fill my heart with gratitude. You did great, and now allow yourself to come back to your body, noticing the effects of this practice. From this point on, if you feel the need for more rest, then you will find yourself drifting into a peaceful sleep. And if you feel ready to face the day ahead of you, then simply bring small movements to your body, like wiggling your toes and your fingers, gently waking up your body, and in your own time, gently open your eyes. the space. Welcome back. So, I see a lot of new people have joined us since we started this meditation. So, a warm welcome to you. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom. And in case you guys missed the meditation, I will share towards the end of the live where you can find this meditation, which was based upon today's quote on Insight Timer's homepage. But for now, I invite those of you who did meditated with us to share your experience of the practice or perhaps your favorite affirmation from the practice or one that you created on your own. So yeah, once so I will go through the comments that comes up and then we will move on to phase 2 of this live where we will spin the wheel of wisdom and the universe will choose a book for us to receive today's wisdom from. Okay, let's see. Hi, Anila. If I pronounce anyone's name wrong, feel free to correct me. You guys have beautiful names. I would love to pronounce them correctly. So, yeah, hi, Anila. Welcome to the space. Happy to have you here. Hi, Bob. Welcome. Caitlin says that was very peaceful, sweet, and gently uplifting. Excellent. Thank you, Caitlin. I am so happy to hear that you had a really nice and uplifting experience. Thank you for sharing these beautiful words with all of us. So, yeah, so since there is no other comment, let us move on to phase 2. So, let me show you guys our wheel of wisdom. So, this is our wheel of wisdom. And as you can see, this wheel contains the name of 51 transformational books that I have read in the past 10 years. So, now what we're going to do is I invite you guys to take a moment and ask yourself, what do I need guidance on today? And holding that in your awareness. And if nothing comes up, if there is nothing specific in your life that you need guidance or support regarding, then you can simply send out this beautiful wish from your heart into the universe that may everyone listening to this receives the message that is for the highest good. So, holding either of those things, either a specific question or this beautiful wish in your awareness as we spin. Okay, so the book that came for all of us is You Are a Badass by Jen Sinclair. So let's see what this beautiful book wants to offer us. That is an empowering book indeed. Okay, so this is our book. Okay. So this is our book. And now I'm going to just choose some numbers for us to play a game together. Give me a second. So, my dear ones, the instructions for this game is in a moment from now, I'm going to share with you guys two numbers between which I would invite you guys to choose. And you guys can share the first number that pops up in your head. And you can share that in the comments. I will go through all your comments and pick a number that I am feeling most called to, that my intuition says this is the one. So, and then I will open that page. Once I choose that number, I open that page. I will read the highlighted text from that page because as I was reading these books, I highlighted the insightful paragraphs or the transformative exercises from these books. So here you go. The numbers between which you guys are invited to choose are 26 to 195. Again, no rush, take your time. I will choose a number randomly based on my intuition, okay? Hi Elba, welcome. Welcome to the space and thank you for choosing a number. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Amber. Okay. Now we are going for double numbers. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Anyone else? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Then let's go with the numbers that we have here. So let's see. Mhm. So the number that I'm feeling most called to is 38. Thank you, Elba, for choosing a number for all of us. I was confused between two numbers, so it took me a little time. Okay, so let's go with 38. So the heading here is Elba is happy. So yeah. So the author says the big snooze will do everything it can to stop you from changing and growing, especially since you are attempting to obliterate the very identity that you and everyone else has come to know as you. Okay, give me a second to get the context as to where what is the big snooze. Okay, yeah. So the author calls ego the big snooze. Okay, or BS in short. So yeah, so big snooze is ego. So the ego will do everything it can to stop you from changing and growing. Never underestimate the power of the big snooze scorned. Sometimes the big snooze sets up emotional blocks to try and stop us. Other times she gets physical. I have a client who decided to quit his ho hum yet high paying job to start his dream company from scratch. He had no idea where to start, what he wanted to do, or how he was going to pull it off. And regardless of the fact that he had a family that was counting on him, no guarantees, and even fewer leads, he quit his secure job and went for it, because he was determined to create a life he loved. That's when the BS or ego hits the fan. He got he got not one but two flat tires after leaving a coaching session with me. His babysitter ran into his wife's car while driving his car. The water main under his kitchen exploded, and right before his first big deal went through, he got hit by a freaking bus. I am pleased to report he's fine. But even with all those extremely convincing excuses to say, okay, fine, screw it, you win, he never gave up. Today, he finds himself being his own boss, doing what he loves, traveling the world, negotiating multi-million-dollar deals, making a huge difference in his clients' lives, being creative, and setting an excellent example for his kids about living life on purpose. That was the message for you, Elba. Whatever it is that you are, you know, wanting to do, planning to do, to create a life that you love. Elba says, wow, this resonates. I have been struggling to make changes and running into roadblocks. Then it seems like, Elba, the universe is nudging you to make those changes because the first line here that the author mentioned was the big snooze or ego or BS will do everything it can to stop you from changing and growing. So, and from the story that the author shared, it's like you're going to face roadblocks. It is inevitable. You are going to maybe face the unexpected ones, and you might feel like giving up, but the universe is saying make that change and do not give up when the roadblocks come, and it would lead to the life that you want, that you know, desire in the depth of your hearts. So I'm really happy that this message resonates, that you got, a nudge, an encouragement, a reassurance towards the right kind of ending that you desire, or even a beautiful one that you don't even know yet. So, yeah, thank you, Alba, for choosing a number. And for anyone else, also, if you're listening to this, if this resonates, if this is your current situation, then this message was meant to find you, and this is why you are here. So, this message was not just for Alba, it is for anyone who, is in the same kind of situation. Okay, guys, so now let us move on for our second reading for today. Elba says, yes, my ego is exactly what is holding me back. I needed to hear this for encouragement and to push me forward. Yeah, it's difficult to do something different because you have carved out this identity for yourself, and like a lot of parts within you are going to resist that change. But again, now you got the encouragement from the universe. It's just, you know, go past that resistance, be gentle with those parts, and just trust maybe not the ego this time, maybe not your mind this time, but in something larger than yourself. That things are going to turn just fine, that you're going to try whatever it is that you have within yourself to make your dream come true. And it also felt like a message that was for me as well. So, yeah, thank you, Elba, for delivering this beautiful message to all of us. Okay, so Okay, and before we move on, Elba, for you, let's see. Yeah, this one. So if you have, if that like if your mind or if your this separate identity is throwing a lot of negative thoughts, worrying thoughts your way, then I do have a resource for you that will help you, challenge them to not believe them fully and to take those steps that you want and not letting those thoughts stop you in the way. So I hope that this resource will come to use for you in your situation. And if not, then you can just ignore it. Okay, so now time for our second reading. Again, I invite you all to bring to your mind whatever it is that you need guidance on as we spin. So, the book that came up was Living with Your Heart Wide Open by Steve Flowers and Bob Stahl. I think this is perhaps either the first time or the second time that this book came up. Elba says, thank you, I saved it to listen. You're welcome, Elba. I hope that you find something helpful there. Okay, where was I? Yeah, living with your hearts. Okay, let me open this beautiful book. Oh, it is indeed beautiful. Like the cover. Okay. Yeah. So, this is our beautiful cover. Living with your heart wide open. So, give me a second to choose some numbers so that we can play a game together. Okay. La, la, la. Here we go. So now I invite you guys to pick a number between 21 to 175. And again, there's no need to rush. Pick a number that comes first, share in the comments. I will choose a number randomly based on my intuition, okay? So choose a number between 21 to 175. Okay, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, V. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Elba. Thank you, Amber. Anyone else who would like to share a number and receive the message that they need to hear today? Thank you, Susan. Okay, 88 came again. In the previous reading, Caitlin chose it. Hmm. Okay. So yeah, seems like everyone who needed or who wanted to share a number has done so. So yeah, let's dive in. Mhm. Okay, so let's go with page number 88. Thank you, Susan, for choosing that number. And actually, that was the number like between Elba's number and Caitlin's number. I was feeling like which one to choose. So yeah, now let's go with 88, which is Susan's number, and see what wants to come through. So there is like a poem, and the heading for this is Turning Towards the Wounded Place. So the author says Rumi, a 13th century poet and Sufi mystic, had deep insights into how a faulty, damaging self story is created and maintained. In his poem Childhood Friends, he speaks to the issues that we have been discussing in the book. So, the poem is Trust your wound to a teacher's surgery. Flies collect on a wound, they cover it. Those flies of your self protecting feelings, your love for what you think is yours. Let a teacher wave away the flies and put a plaster on the wound. Don't turn your head, keep looking at the bandaged wound. That's where the light enters you. And don't believe for a moment that you are healing yourself. Now, the author says the wounds from painful life events can help you open to insight and healing when you bring compassionate awareness to them. Don't avert your eyes from pain. You can't erase what happened, what you did or didn't do, or what others did or didn't do. If you acknowledge and accept these wounds rather than looking away from them, they will become the site of healing. When you allow them and let them be and know them deeply, these old wounds can lead you back to your heart. For example, if you have done something you regret, the pain of shame can remind you of the consequences of unskillful actions and strengthen your resolve to respond differently in similar situations. Even if you have been hurt through no fault of your own, this pain can guide you to be careful about how you relate to others so you don't hurt them in the same way. This is a good thing. Just like physical pain helps us to be careful with our bodies, emotional pain helps us to be careful with our actions. So, a lot of things came to me, and the line that we read here in this especially, give me a second to find the line. Yeah. So when you allow the wounds and let them be and know them deeply, these wounds can lead you back to your heart. So if you have ever practiced, you know, being there for your difficult emotions, being there for the parts of you that are scared, that are suffering in some way, if you have done that kind of inner work, then you would understand this line, not just conceptually, but experientially. That when you know, acknowledge that wound, acknowledge that part, you let it be instead of trying to resist it, change it, fix it. And, when you know it deeply, understand why that part is there, or like know it in the manner of felt sense, like you feel it, feel every sensation of it, then something happens in that process is that you realize your own nature, that you feel more and more connected to that compassion that is a part of you, that is a quality of you. You feel in connection with the love that you are, with the immense capacity that you have to hold on anything, to understand, to forgive anything. So that is something that happens. So these wounds, in a way, you know, are the cracks through which, as Rumi says, light enters, or, you know, or through which you see your own inner light. That is how I perceive it. So, yeah, that is what came to me. I in fact, recorded, I think, a very short 3-minute talk on this particular, line that I just shared, that Rumi just shared about the light entering from the wound. So, yeah, that is all that came up for me. And that pain, yeah, and that pain is important. I love that how the author also shows the importance of physical pain, because in some people, um, they don't feel the pain. I don't remember what is that condition called, but that increases their chances of hurting themselves, or not even realizing that. And I love how that, how the author equated it to our emotional pain, that once we have experienced the hurt, once we have experienced suffering, then and then only we truly understand truly understand the suffering of another, and we never want to cause them that same pain, right? Because I've heard a lot of people say that, for example, my parents treated me that way and I hated that, and I would never ever do that to my children, right? So once we have experienced that suffering, we never wish that to happen to anyone. We even say that I never would want, that to happen to even my enemy. We don't want that same kind of suffering to happen to another person. And that is, that is where we feel connected to our true nature, the kindness, the basic goodness that we have. And when we don't have the that when we have never felt that emotional pain, when we cannot feel the emotions, for example, in some people they are not able to feel emotions, so they find it like very hard to understand the emotions of other person, and it becomes, you know like, this in a way inhibits people experiencing emotional pain, inhibits people from causing other people pain. So this is a beautiful, beautiful, like, side to knowing that why is there so much suffering because we complain. So yeah, maybe all of this helps us to remember who we are. Yeah, so that is what came up. So don't turn away from the pain, turn towards it, and you will realize your own true nature, which is beautiful. So let me know, Susan, if this resonated with you all, if it resonated with anyone else, also you guys can share, or if anything else is coming up for you, you can share that in the comments. And until then, let me move on to our third reading for today. So let's see. Again, bring to your mind anything that you need guidance on. Susan says, yes, it resonated with me. Thank you, Susan, for letting me know. I'm glad that it, it landed in some part of you. Okay. So, yeah, holding in your mind whatever you need guidance on as we spin. The book that came for all of us is Mindfulness on the Go. Discover how to be mindful wherever you are by Anna Black. So give me a second to open this beautiful book and see what wants to come through. Okay. Mhm. So this is our book. Mindfulness on the Go. And let me choose some numbers. Okay, guys. So now I invite you guys to pick a number between 27 to 159. Take your time, see which number you feel called to, share that in the comments. And then I will choose a number that my intuition says this is the one. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Elba. Thank you, Zan. Anyone else who would like to receive a reading? Okay, then. Let's see. Which number am I feeling most called to? Thank you, Zaroslav. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, feel free to correct me. But yeah, thank you for sharing a number. Thank you, Caitlin. So the number that I'm feeling most called to is 138 by Zan. Thank you, Zan. Let's see what is on page number 138. So there is a picture and a practice. Suppose let me show you the picture. So here's your picture, and maybe the universe is sending a message to you based on these pictures. So I'm just taking a moment to show it here in case anyone, any word, any message pops up in your head, Zan, or anyone else, you guys can also take a moment to see if anything comes up for you from this picture, from this image. And now the practice that came up. So the practice is walk knowing that you are walking. So drop your attention down to the soles of the feet as they lift, shift, and place. Bring the mind back when it wanders. So basically, when you are walking, when you when you walk to any place today, Zan, the universe is inviting you to be mindful about it. So, when you lift, for example, your right foot, becoming aware of the lifting, like which muscles of your legs is it engaging when you lift, the feeling, like the weight of your body shifting to the other side of your body, to the left side, and then you place your, foot, the right foot on the earth. So, feeling like the temperature of it, the sensations in the sole of your feet, so like being mindful, being aware of what walking feels like. So, perhaps like walking as if you are a baby again. So, trying that and then doing that same practice with your next feet again. So you can like walk slowly, when you first practice it, or you can walk at your natural pace and just try to keep your attention in the present moment on the walking, on the activity of walking, on your feet. Um, so yeah, let's see. So the author says walking practice is a great way to weave mindfulness into your everyday life. There are so many opportunities for practice when we are walking outside and also indoors. You can do it for a few steps or take a mindful walk. Any practice involving movement is also good to do when you're feeling anxious and it is too challenging to stay still. Thank you, Zen, for that kind donation. It's nice to see that the message resonated with you and that you got a practice for today. Wonderful. So you have committed here in front of all of us. And I hope that you have fun because I think that is one of my favorite practice because when on the days when I'm not able to just sit and meditate, that is my go-to practice and that actually makes me more like it it just instantly helps me with any of the anxious thoughts. So I 100% agree with the author that you will find this practice helpful when you're feeling anxious because you're moving that energy. And especially when you do it in nature, then it's like the whole nature, Mother Nature is, supporting you. It just really helps you calm down really soon or just feel at peace, not even calm down, but yeah, just feel at peace within yourself, feel more open, more wide when you do this practice in nature. So yeah, indoors is also fine. Just give it a try and I hope that yeah, it you you like it. And if not, you can abandon this practice. You can, try another one. There are so many practices. So yeah, um, I guess this was our last reading today. And I hope that all of you guys who, stayed till the end found something that resonated with you, that you want to carry from this live into your day. And yeah, and I guess before I end this live, I want to like share two things with you guys, especially for those who are new to the space, new to me. So the first thing is that in case you joined the live late and you want to, go through the meditation that we did, which was based upon today's Insight Timer quote, then you can find my live, this whole live, by going to my profile. Usually, this is what opens. Then going to the About section there. And when you scroll down, at the bottom, you will see this. And here you will find this live, which is episode 195. And you will find all of my lives in the form of a playlist, and like all of my offerings and free gifts that I have created for you, everything here. So I hope that you do find something that you need at this moment of your life. And it does actually take like 30 minutes for the video to get uploaded. So if you want immediate access to the books that we read or the readings, the exact paragraphs, then what you can do is you can join my group on Insight Timer, which is World of Wisdom. That is the name of the group. So when you go to the home page, when you scroll down, at the bottom, just below all of my playlists, you will see this group with 126 beautiful beings here. So you will, like, within 5 or 10 minutes of the live ending, I share a summary of each live in this group, including sometimes I include some reflective prompts or exercises too. So, yeah, you can join it to stay updated. So, yeah, those are the two things that I wanted to share. Other than that, you can just explore my profile. You can go to it. If you are new, you can follow me. I have around 100 plus meditations and 7 courses. So, yeah, you can check them out. You can see if anything resonates with what you need right now in your life. And yeah, just explore on your own. Thank you, Mary. Mary says, all beautiful. Will mindfully walk today. Thank you. Yeah, I it's and there is like this saying, especially by popularized by Thich Nhat Hanh, and in terms of mindful walking. So he says that when you are walking on earth, it's like each time you touch your soul on earth, it's like you're kissing Mother Earth. So I really like that saying. And, in fact, that practice, like each time you place a foot on earth, it's like, you're kissing Mother Earth. So, yeah, that is like a really nice imagery in case you want to incorporate that in your practice. Zan says, walk purposefully, everyone. Yeah, we all can do that. So, yeah. I promise that we all will walk mindfully at least one time today. We all will walk mindfully. We all will walk with full awareness and see how that feels like instead of walking automatically on autopilot. So, yeah. Zan, thank you so much for, delivering this beautiful practice to this space and for making the commitment and inviting everyone to join in on this. Yeah, it was lovely having you here. And everyone, thank you so very much for being here, for bringing your beautiful energy, your beautiful presence in this space. I so appreciate you guys spending your time with me, with all of us here. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all live with ease. Namaste. Namaste. Hi, Ashwatthama. It's nice to have you here. Although we are ending the live, but yeah, it's nice to have your energy here. And one more thing that I forgot. I usually do these lives on alternate days. But I won't be as regular in the next 2 weeks. Maybe I would do a live, maybe I won't. I am not very sure. because as I told at least the regular people here in my last live, that my mother is going to get tested for like sh- like she has, it was suspected that she has hole in her heart, and she got the test, and it turned out that there are like three holes in her heart, and that needs to be fixed. So there is going to be I'm going to be busy with all of that stuff and managing the house and everything. So yeah, I would be busy. So I would be taking a break from Insight Timer at least for the next 2 weeks. Or if I have the time, if I feel like it, I would do a live. So yeah, it's all uncertain right now. But I want to inform you, especially those who are regular here, that that is going to happen in the next 2 weeks in case you wonder where are the lives. So yeah, so Namaste, Bob. Ashwatthama says Om Shanti, and we are all with you. Thank you, Ashwatthama. Thank you for your best wishes. Alba says sending positive thoughts for your mom. Thank you, Alba. I so appreciate that. Bob says best wishes for your mother. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, it's like yeah, so the surgery is mostly like there are like very minimal risk. So that is reassuring for me. Um, but yeah, it is anyways going to be stressful and yeah. Okay, Pitush says, first time from New Zealand. Hello, welcome to the space. Even though we are ending this live, but I would love to have you, in the future lives, or you can explore. Um, as I mentioned, like it is going to. I'm not sure when my next live is going to happen, but you can explore the other resources or the previous lives recording in case you feel called to do that. I hope that you find something valuable in those. So thank you for joining Pitosh and for giving this a try. Mary says love to you and your mom. We shall pray for the best. Thank you so much for your prayers. They means a lot. So thank you, Mary. And everyone, anyone who sent, beautiful wishes, beautiful energy, and to my mom, to our family in the last live and this one. Thank you so much. I so very appreciate that. Okay, guys. So I will see you soon. Yeah, I will miss you. That is sure. Zancy's L. Not sure. After you, Caitlin. Thank you. Hi, Heidi. It has been a long time. Nice to see you. Prayers for your mother and to your family for a speedy recovery and return to vigorous health and vitality. Thank you, Heidi. I am grateful to receive this beautiful, prayers from you. Thank you. Okay, guys. And there are like 108 people here. Ah, how amazing. So I will miss you guys. I really, really will. And I hope to see you guys, soon. And I will publish more like free meditations in this whole, time period so you guys can keep in touch with me in that manner. So yeah, I will submit them today. So they get released in a week or something. Okay. So yeah. Take care. I love you all. And